Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We've been using a really fun Sun team for the last 2 days, so going to play another episode with it. More details on this team are linked in the description below. Let's just jump into today's episode. For the first game today, we're going up against, I think I've seen this team composition running around a bunch with Dracozolt, Primarina, and Clef, so definitely a lot of scary stuff here. On paper, like, it seems weird, but Charizard actually could be pretty good here, as can Venusaur. Excadrill is definitely somewhat scary. I think one thing I definitely have to be wary of is Dracozolt plus the Clefairy lead. Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know. I think, like, my opponent locks it instantly, so they know exactly what they want to do against Sun, which is slightly intimidating. But I think I actually kind of like Venusaur and Dusclops as a lead here. It gives me enough flexibility to switch out into Torkoal, but I can also just set up Trick Room, and Trick Room looks really good on paper against this, I think. Don't really like Tyranitar or Togekiss too much in this matchup, so yeah, let's just get into the first game of today's episode. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please share support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. I'm actually going to be streaming, and by the time this video goes up, so if you're just starting this video, I'll actually probably be live on Twitch already, so you can hit me up at twitch.tv/CybertronVGC, and yeah, hope to see some of you guys there. But if you miss it because you're watching this video at a later time, no worries, you can check out the archives or tune into a future stream. And question of the day, kind of a fun question, but I'm curious just what your guys' favorite snacks are. Let me know in the comments below. I'm a big fan of chips, and specifically Lay's salt and vinegar chips. That might be a hot take, but I really like salt and vinegar. So it's just Life Orb, Dracozolt, Eviolite, Clefairy, so nothing too shocking there. I mean, we could just go out into Torkoal, right? Like, one route I'm thinking of is actually maxing Venusaur, going for max Ooze onto Clefairy, and then going out into Torkoal. I kind of like that, especially because Torkoal does have the Focus Sash. I guess you're probably going to target down the Venusaur out of fear of Sleep Powder, though, but then Torkoal gets in for free, and I get the +1 special attack boost on that. So, yeah, I'm just going to play aggressive turn 1. We'll see how things go. We're not going to knock out the Clefairy. Ooh, I mean, one play my opponent could go for is Helping Hand. I'm worried about Helping Hand Life Orb Max Wormwind from Hustle Dracozolt one-shotting Venusaur. That's my only fear right now. But that is pretty risky, because if you opt for the Helping Hand, you can just get Sleep Powdered. Like, in this scenario, it's typically better to just go for a safe Follow Me to prevent Dracozolt, should you Dynamax the Dracozolt, from just falling asleep. But, yeah. And I mean, the thing about this Venusaur is because it has Life Orb and Max Quake, we can afford to Dynamax it way more frequently than normal. Okay. We got Max Venusaur out. Good. And either way, getting a Max Ooze special attack increase onto Torkoal is quite nice. Especially if... Okay, let's see. Yeah, so Dracozolt maxes. That's fine by me. That was expected, I think. We have to be careful about the end game, but Charizard outspeeds Primarina, Excadrill, and Corviknight. So, like, if we knock out the Dracozolt, Charizard should have a very good matchup in Sun just by launching Heat Waves. We should just one-shot, honestly, a lot of the things that my opponent can have. So let's see if it is Helping Hand or Follow Me. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Pretty much expected there. I don't think we KO with Max Ooze, unfortunately, but I still think this is a fine play to go for. Wow, that was so close. Super, super close. Okay. That's fine, though. Now the question is, who does Dracozolt target? It's going to be Max Airstream. Ooh, into Venusaur, then. Okay. Maybe that's fine. Yeah, I actually think that's fine, because what I can do now is just go for another Max Ooze onto Clef, which should KO through Protect. You could switch Clef out into one of the 2 Steel types, though. That is the only concern. And I think that's actually a relatively easy play to make. I'm definitely Earth Powering Dracozolt. I mean, if I predict the Steel types to come out, I could go for, like, a Heat Wave here. Like, I could Max Quake Dracozolt Heat Wave. That's the play I'm thinking of right now. That actually might not be too bad. The only problem, like, if you just follow me's Max Airstreams, I don't get another special attack boost. But I think the risk of him switching into a Steel type... Do you switch into a Steel type here, though, on a Torkoal? No way. Yeah, I should have... I think Max Ooze and Earth Power was better there. Okay, Clef protects. But, like, I think I actually want to just Max Ooze there to knock it out through Protect. Unless for some reason he targets the Torkoal here. I mean, we'll get a Max Quake +1, but of course he has Friend Guard. Oh my goodness, wait. It did so much. Is that a crit or no? Nope, Venusaur is just that strong. Holy, okay. Well, if we hit the Heat Wave, we're actually in a totally fine spot then, I think. Because we'll trade Dynamaxes, but he has Clef at very low HP. Okay, so if we hit this Heat Wave, we're golden. Alternatively, though, the play like I wanted to make was just, like I said, Max Ooze and Earth Power, and I think that also would have worked out really, really nicely. But like I said, I really, really wanted to cover the option of him switching into a Steel type. Although now looking at how much Max Quake did, if he switched into a Steel type, the Quake just KO'd the Dracozolt. Alright, please hit this Heat Wave. Okay, goes into Protect. Okay, thank goodness. Good. So now it's 3-3. Left set +2 speed. That's Protect. Follow me. Presume Helping Hand. I think I just go out into Charizard here. Like I said, the Charizard late game looks very, very good in this matchup. That's why it's like I didn't, prioritize it early on. Incineroar comes out. Okay. Incineroar, not exactly what we want to see. It's actually really difficult to deal with, I think. But he doesn't really do any damage against us right now, right? Worry about Sing Clefairy. Yeah, there's not much damage output from my opponent right now. I would prefer to... I mean, I think Heat Waving here is fine, actually. And just switch out into Dusclops. Actually, what's stopping me from Heat Wave and Yawn here? Yeah, actually, I like that. Because one way to beat the Incineroar is just to put it to sleep. Fluff switches out. Okay. Probably Fake Out. Okay, Prim is the last one. It's gonna be a close finish for sure. Fake Out into Charizard, presumably. Yep. So I get the Yawn off here. This makes it very tricky for my opponent this next turn, right? Because it's like, what do you do now? Do you switch out? Like, I think Yawn could be very good for us right now. Problem is that Charizard actually just took like a third of its damage. Or its health in terms of damage. So I'm leaning towards Heat Wave here. And Yawning the Primarina. I think that covers all our bases because we're going to get a KO. Oh, no, unless you Parting Shot. Okay, no, he switched out. Nice. Yeah, so we knock out the Clef here, and we get the Yawn off against Prim. He actually just protects. Okay, that's fine by me, because now I get guaranteed Yawn off. Yeah. I don't have Solar Beam, though, which makes this trick a little trickier, right? I wonder how much Blast Burn does against Primarina, actually. Okay. So the play that could have really messed me up there is that my opponent just Parting Shotted, because then you get the free switching into Clef. But then I guess I could just Heat Wave Yawn anyway, so that's not the end of the world. I should have protected on the Fake Out, though. That was super obvious, but I thought I didn't necessarily need to at that point. If we had Tyranitar in this back, the game would be over, but obviously we don't. Okay. One turn of Sunlight left. I want to be aware of that. I think the safest play is actually Protect, switch out into Dusclops. Yeah, because we could actually Trick Room in this game now. Oh, I don't know if I like that play too much. I mean, here I feel like you Fake Out the Charizard, because I haven't revealed Solar Beam yet, right? So you have to be worried about Life Orb Solar Beam coming out. But I guess maybe my opponent's also afraid of Yawn. It might have been alright to just stay in with both. Like, we could have just Blast Burned in Yawn, but I didn't want to take a Hyper Voice. By doing this, I also reset the Sun, which is good in the late game. AV and Sin, okay. Expert Belt Prim, too. Good item reveals there. Okay. Fake Out, yep. Went into Dusclops, and he went for Hyper Voice, okay. So this guy was not afraid of Solar Beam. Shouldn't do very much at all. Okay, nice. Oh, the problem is that Hyper Voice is still really going to do a chunk to us, isn't it? I definitely want a Hurricane here. I mean, Prim is the main thing we need to knock out. I just want a Hurricane and Trick Room here, I think. We should survive a Hyper Voice and a Darkest Lariat, so I think that's fine. Okay. And we hit the Hurricane, which is very fortunate, as it does around 50%. And gets the Confusion. That's very lucky. That might be absolutely huge in this game then, especially if Prim hits itself. Although I actually want it to knock me out right now. Okay, good. Okay. So as long as we don't get crit onto Dusclops, I think we're good here. Because we have Earth Power and Yawn. It's gonna be close, actually. It's still gonna be very close. But we should survive this. I wish we had, do we have this? Because I think, like, this next turn, you obviously would want to protect the Primarina, but going for a Hyper Voice with Expert Belt's tempting here as well. Now, I have Ally Switch. There's so many options, right? Like, because I got the Confusion against Primarina, I could play with that in mind as well. But yeah, we don't have Solar Beam here either. The safest play for my opponent is to protect the Primarina and just Darkest Lariat into Dusclops. So, I mean, like, I could Eruption here, and then I could either Ally Switch or Nightshade. I mean, I do think Prim opts to protect here. That's what I would go for, but I have to play with the Confusion as well. I'm going to target Prim, because he also has to attack through Confusion. Ah, he gets it. Okay, nice play. I mean, it was a pretty easy read to make. Maybe I shouldn't have risked it. It should just be Darkest Lariat here. So, I mean, the play I was also considering was, like, Yawn, Ally Switch. Unfortunately, I don't think Eruption KOs Prim from this range. Unless we survive a Darkest Lariat, but I don't think we do. Yeah, this is where not having Solar Beam kind of punishes us. He didn't end up bringing either Steel type, which makes sense. Like, I should have deduced that. Like, why would you bring a Steel type into this matchup, right? Maybe Eruption and Sun can still KO Prim, but I don't think so. If it does, though, we actually, I think, still win this. So I took that gamble saying, okay, you have to go for the Protect, and you have to get the Confusion off. Like, the problem is if I double up onto the Incineroar and the Prim actually just gets a Hyper Voice off, that's way too much damage onto Torkoal. But I don't think Eruption KOs here. It's going to have like 5 to 10% left. Or even more, actually. Okay, so that should be game. Well played by my opponent. Yeah, had I just gone for the max Ooze Earth Power, I think I would have won this game as well. So that was tricky. But I was worried about the switching of a Steel type. But I guess, like, are you really going to bring a Steel type into this matchup? That's so unlikely, right? If we get the max Ooze and Earth Power, I'm pretty sure a +2 Earth Power just KOs the Dracozolt. Yeah. Not protecting with Charizard might have been a misplay. Although, because it was AV, Incineroar, and Prim, this endgame was actually pretty tricky. So, I mean, I could have had Tyranitar. I could have brought Tyranitar into this matchup for a late game, I think. But I think my opponent played that quite nicely. And, turn 1 worked out alright. Missing out on the KO on Clef by just a little bit was unfortunate. I don't even know if I really regret the Max Quake Heat Wave play that turn. It depends on whether +2 Earth Power from Torkoal would have KO'd, basically. And that last turn, I could have gone for Ally Switch. Like, if I Ally Switch Eruption into Protect, then the following turn, I Eruption Nightshade to KO the Prim. And then I win the game from there, I think. So maybe that would have been a better play, but... Oh well. Yeah, really well played by my opponent. And that's why Assault Vest is a super solid item. We're going against a rather hyper-offensive team for the next game here. Potential beat-up from the Dragapult into both Mudsdale and the Arcanine, so we have to be careful about that. Honestly, Max Togekiss is interesting here. The only... I mean, Max Togekiss has to watch out for both the Rotom and the Darmanitan is actually the thing I'm most afraid of right now, because I think my opponent probably leads Darmanitan into this team. It has a very good matchup against almost everything. So I kind of want to actually just go with Torkoal Venusaur, because if my opponent doesn't bring Togekiss, Venusaur just pressures Darm immediately. If they bring Togekiss, then I have Firepower pressure. With Torkoal, this also means I can potentially just Sleep Powder the beat-up stuff if my opponent goes with that route. And I think in the back I want Charizard and Dusclops. Yeah, because Max Zard here still seems alright. Not last game. I don't know. The lead was kind of what I expected. I actually could have chosen... Yeah, no. I was going to say I could have chosen not to max the Venusaur, but if I don't max it, I don't survive the max Airstream. So I kind of need to max. Yeah, because Dracozolt just destroys me otherwise. But I think it would have come down to those late game reads. The Protect, like I said, was relatively obvious, so maybe should have just played better there. He's gonna go with Togekiss and Arcanine. Okay. It's not very good for us here. Once again, pretty weak to Tyranitar, so I think I should be bringing Tyranitar more. That's my main takeaway from today. You probably max Togekiss, right? And like Airstream. I would Airstream into Venusaur, so I actually want to Yawn Togekiss and switch out into Dusclops. The way I'm going to approach this game is stalling out my opponent's Dynamax, I think. Yeah, because like Zard, a late game Zard looks really good here. If I had Tyranitar though, I would have definitely switched in here. We get to find the items though, which is nice. Citrus and Policy. Okay. He actually just Heat Waves with Arcanine. Okay, didn't expect that. Torkoal actually luckily dodges it. We get burnt though, which is not great. And he actually has to Air Slash into... it was the Dusclops slot. Okay. Yeah, so he was just trying to KO Dusclops. Or sorry, Venusaur immediately, which makes sense. You would probably switch out the Togekiss here, right? Which means it's a pretty free Heat Wave Trick Room, I think. Oh, the problem with Heat Wave Trick Room is if my opponent doesn't switch out. I'm not sure I actually want a Trick Room. I think I actually would rather just Heat Wave and Nightshade. Yeah, I just want free damage right now, I think. And I guess I target Arcanine just because it's not very fun to play against Arcanine with Sun. Yep, so Togekiss switches out. Don't know what that is. The Mudsdale, that's fine. It's probably AV Mudsdale, but it's still going to be taking a hefty amount of damage here. We probably... this is tricky because I think my opponent maxes Charizard. Or sorry, Togekiss. Flash Fire? And we miss? Oh man, what? What? That's a bad miss. Oh, that's really bad. But maybe we can get them to Dynamax their Mudsdale then. But they probably Quake. So I guess we Ally Switch. Actually, if they Dynamax and we survive and we get the Yawn off, then we're actually totally fine. I can't believe it's Flash Fire Arcanine. I mean, we didn't see the Intimidate. I just assumed it was going to be justified with Beat Up because there was a Dragapult on that team. Wow. Oh, Flash Fire is KOing us here, though. Oh, they didn't even max. Very good decision to not max on their end. I can't believe we're running into Flash Fire Arcanine, dude. What? Oh. He actually opted a Heavy Sun. Does that? I don't think that KOs us. No. This is still doable despite all of this. Okay, we bring in Venusaur now. We max Quake into... Yeah, because now we're shuffling with Yawn, so my opponent's most likely only gonna have one Pokemon to really play around with. I don't think they'll really read the max Quake here either, and that should KO. Unless they max Arcanine, which actually would be their best play here right now. But I'm gonna Yawn the Mudsdale slot again, predicting them to switch out. Talk about surprises today, jeez. Okay, good. If we knock out Arcanine and get this Yawn off, we're actually in a very good spot, I think. As long as they don't max Arcanine. They could protect here as well, but I don't really care about them protecting. The other good thing is that we get a special defense increase on Venusaur, which means should survive a max Airstream, max player from the Togekiss. What I also have to be very scared about, though, is the late game Darmanitan, because I was expecting my opponent to lead with it. They didn't lead with it. Flash Fire Arcanine. That's so interesting. Okay, nice. We get the max Quake. This should KO Arcanine. We're Life Orb. If not, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, thank goodness. Maybe actually single target Heat Wave would have just been better there, because it would have done enough where then just the Sludge Ball, max Ooze just KOs. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I like Heat Waving there more, actually. Oh well. We could have missed Heat Wave, but I think Heat Wave is more consistent. Okay, so bring the Mudsdale back in. That's fine by me. There's no way you max Togekiss here, right? Like, what I want to do is max Ooze into Togekiss. Oh, I should think about conserving Sun turns here, though. So it is the last turn of Sun, which is kind of scary. I don't think max over. I mean, he should be Assault Vest Mudsdale. I would expect him to Rockfall. I think you Dynamax Mudsdale, so I'm actually going to target that and switch out. If he Dynamaxes Togekiss, well, it's going to fall asleep after this turn. Yeah, this is why I think it would have been better just to have gone for Heat Wave last turn. This might be a Rockfall just going to Charizard, but I think Venusaur Torkoal will probably win this game right now anyway. Well, he's staying in with Togekiss. He maxing Mudsdale? I also wanted to set up the grassy terrain to deal with this Mudsdale. This guy maxed Togekiss after getting yawned with it? Wow. Maybe that's fine though, because it means we get max overgrowth off against Mudsdale. And we're at +1 special attack. I'm worried about getting crit right now, but he's not Scope Lens. Wait, I think that's very good for... Okay, I mean, if we survive this turn with Venusaur, I think we win the game. He's not even AV Mudsdale. Or was that a crit? No, he's not. Wow, what? Okay. I mean, Togekiss should be falling asleep here now. We have +1 Spadef. Should survive the Airstream. Please no crit. Thank you. Okay, very good. This is why Yawn Torkoal is an interesting option. Shouldn't just say interesting, strong. Okay. Terrain is up. Togekiss falls asleep now. Yeah, that's why I'm shocked my opponent maxed the Togekiss there. Like, my opponent got 1 turn out of their Dynamax. Doesn't seem to be very worth, in my opinion. So now we can just knock out whatever is next to Togekiss, stall out the Dynamax. It's Rotom. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean... Safe play is just the max Ooze into Rotom. It guarantees us the special attack increase. Also sets up the Sun. Also, because we know Togekiss' weakness policy, we don't want to activate the weakness policy in case it gets a 1-turn wake up. I gotta say, Flash Fire was shocking to me, though, and no Darmanitan, also very surprising to me. Because, like, Darm with Scarf is just so common. Okay, he doesn't protect. I don't know if this one-shots Rotom. I think it might. Beautiful. That should be game, then. How does my opponent win this? They're in a really awkward spot because, like, they Dynamax Togekiss. Togekiss takes a turn to sleep here, but now it's like you're stuck in Dynamax form, so you can only knock out 1 of 2 Pokemon. And what I can do here, I'm still faster because of Sun. So I think what I can just do is Sludge Bomb. And actually, Sludge Bomb Yawn is pretty safe. It covers the option of it waking up. If it doesn't wake up, we just 2-hit KO anyway. If it does wake up, then we just put it back to sleep. Yeah. The scary thing is that we still have to hit attacks because Sludge Bomb is the only 100% accurate attack we can use right now against the Togekiss, but Sludge Bomb Togekiss and Yawn is fine, I think. Let me just double check everything. He has 1 more turn of Dynamax left. Yeah, I don't mind yawning here. He's not going to be able to knock out everything, and Sludge Bomb here is going to do over 50%. Maybe I should have just Heat Wave, because if he... Yeah, actually Heat Wave is just better. Yeah, probably. See if it wakes up. Does wake up, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Heat Wave was KOing, which is why I actually went for Yawn. And he does target Venusaur. Okay, nice. Then I think we should be good, because what we do is just bring in Charizard, protect Charizard. This is my opponent's last turn of Dynamax, right? So we protect Charizard, Togekiss falls asleep guaranteed, and then we just hope to not miss our attacks. But yeah, the reason why I actually wanted to Yawn there was because I don't think Heat Wave knocks out anyway. It is single target, but I mean, Togekiss is just such a naturally bulky Pokemon, so I don't want to risk that. Yeah. And it's like, if my opponent went for Airstream onto Torkoal, well then Venusaur just knocks you out with the Sludge Bomb. If you target the Venusaur, then I get the Yawn on. So I take it back, I do think that was probably the best play. Okay, so Togekiss reverts. Yeah, I mean, the safe play is just to protect here. And Heat Wave. We know Togekiss isn't something like Lumberry, so it's guaranteed to fall asleep. There's no way it can do damage to Charizard. And then it's basically, can we hit one of our Heat Waves? I mean, of course, like, I could have just double attacked here, but... actually, double attacking works too, right? Because, no, he could go for Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, I mean, it would be very difficult to lose this game. But I want to consider, like, the craziest scenario. I guess the craziest scenario is Dazzling Gleam, Crit, Torkoal... Or I guess you just air slash KO Torkoal. But even if you air slash KO, you fall asleep. If you air slash flinch and I miss with Torkoal, Actually, I think better double attacking there is fine, because at that point I just need to hit one Heat Wave to win the game, I think. So, yeah. What was the item? Lefties. Yeah, so it was Scarf, but... Oh, he didn't have a Rock Slide. I guess that's why he didn't bring it. Specs Tom with Protect, and that's one hell of an Arcanine set. There wasn't even Beat Up. Okay, wow, that was very different from what I was expecting, but we'll play one more game today. Why not? That was crazy. What did we just run into? Cool team, for sure. I mean, yeah, like, it was very scary. And the early game was really, really scaring me, too. It's like... Especially after we missed the Heat Wave on the Mudsteel and the Flash Fire happened, I was like, oh no. But I think if Mudsteel maxed, actually, we would have been in more trouble. And the fact my opponent didn't made it a little easier. We're going up against Gengar Espeon here, which is cool, and Dracovish. So there's obviously Tailwind, right? But I also have to worry about taunt stuff. I do feel like in this game, if I just set up Trick Room, I can sweep through with Torkoal and Tyranitar. So I think I'm going to try that approach. I don't like going with the Sun approach here because my opponent has Whimsicott for Tailwind. And then they have faster Pokemon like Gengar, and I think Togekiss could cause some trouble as well. I don't feel very confident bringing Charizard when you have Excadrill under Tailwind, so I'm going to go with the slower route this time around. With Togekiss Dusclops, it's nearly impossible to deny the Trick Room, unless it's Imprison Gengar, which could be the case. Could be the case. But if my opponent just lets me get Trick Room up and I get the free switch into Tyranitar, I think Bulldoze, and then Tyranitar just one-shots everything here, I'm pretty sure, under with +2 attack. And Torkoal's Eruption actually almost knocks out everything too, bar Dracovish. So Dracovish I think is the main threat we're going to be watching out for, but yeah, because I have the speed advantage under Trick Room, that's the approach I'm going to take here, I think. Let's see. Definitely a scary looking team, and Espeon is something that I think people sleep on as a Pokemon. And what do you know, we get Espeon. Very cool. Now I have to ask myself, do you have Imprison? Huh? Patea Berry and Weakness Policy? Wait, Patea, is that the Psychic Resist Berry? I'm pretty sure, right? I'm just double checking. No, it raises your special attack when you're at 1/4 max HP or less. Okay, well, we're gonna see something crazy here, that's for sure. Unfortunately, I did not catch which Pokemon had which. You would think the Weakness Policy is on... I mean, I just want to follow me Trick Room here. I'm just really worried about, like, Imprison. It could have been better to actually have maxed our Togekiss. I'm just going to go for it. We'll see. They didn't max, though. I feel like there's an Imprison coming out right now. Oh, okay. If they're taunting, that means it's not Imprison. Holy cow, this guy's so good! That was sick. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was the hardest of reads, dude. Wow. I think I maxed Togekiss then. And I Airstream. I might try to Trick Room again though. You might think it's counterintuitive, but Tyranitar under Trick Room is still pretty good. Oh god, they're maxing. It's gonna be Gengar maxing. Okay. Wait, yeah, this is fine actually. I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh my goodness. I mean, I didn't... Whoa! He's just gonna activate Weakness Policy here then, maybe? I mean, if it doesn't... If it activates Weakness Policy, what it could do is max Phantasm into... Dusclops. This is crazy. My guy called the Trick Room and had the Taunt Tech too. But if I just Airstream... the thing is if I Airstream, then my opponent gets Trick Room up and I'm at +1 speed. I don't know. This is a really interesting game. Even if we loot... Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, my goodness. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Dear God, help us all. That's probably into Clops though, right? I mean, honestly, this is not the end of the world because we get the Airstream off and we have Tyranitar. Comes down to the Espeon moveset though, right? It's gonna have Psychic Phantasm. I think Espeon gets... Actually, does Espeon get Focus Blast? That's the big question. I am really at a loss for words right now. We got a crit there, which actually might be handy. I'm just wondering if this thing has a way to hit Tyranitar. It can have Grass Knot. That's the main thing. We do have Torkoal too, right? So we can just yawn. That was such a sick setup, though. Like, Trick Room would have absolutely demolished this, so... Ooh, Togekiss comes out. That's not what we want to see either, is it? Huh. I mean, this thing's at +3 special attack. I'm just going to Airstream into Togekiss and yawn, but I'm not gonna lie. I think we're in some trouble here, folks. That's dope, though. That's honestly so cool. I should have expected the Fling and the Patea Berry. I just haven't seen that interaction in quite a while. You guys will follow me. Okay, this actually might be alright because we have... Although Heat Wave actually might have just done it for us here. It's still faster than a Mind Storm. Okay, that's fine. I could have switched into Tyranitar there, too, just to bait the Mind Storm. Yeah, maxing Togekiss... Like, if we just max Togekiss, Airstream, Gengar turn 1, we'd probably just win the game off that, honestly, because then you don't get the Weakness Policy or the Patea Berry setup. Oh, such good damage, but it doesn't pick up the KO. That's a waste of a yawn. Should have just Heat Waved. Heat Wave would have been so good for us, because then I don't reveal the yawn, and then my opponent probably wants to target Espeon the next turn. Okay, I mean, it comes down to what the Espeon's last attack is. Does it have a way to really hit Tyranitar? Because what I want to do here is actually not KO the Togekiss. I think I actually want to max... Oh, wait, I'm taunted. I can't do that. But... I have Yawn. I think I lose this, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure max 3 Psychic KOs us. Heat Wave would have been so much better there. Dang. This is us running into something I've never seen before. It's really cool. I don't mind losing this. I think, like, I had so many different game plans that would have worked. My opponent needed a hard read turn 1, and they did. And it wasn't, like, the hardest of reads to make. Because, like, yeah, but I should if I just max Togekiss Airstream there, I think we win turn 1. Because, like, if Espeon doesn't get the Weakness Policy off, it's just not very good. But now it's at +3 with Psychic Terrain up. Probably target Togekiss, right? Yeah. Oh, but we survive! Oh, that's huge. That's so huge. Wait, yeah, that makes this a completely different game then. Especially if it's like Scarf Dracovish. Dracovish. I should have yawned that last turn, I think. This is crazy. We're at literally 1 HP. Question is, do I Air Slash or Dazzling Gleam? I mean, Air Slash does more to Espeon here, too. I don't think that thing is Protect, so I think I Air Slash. If I flinch or crit, I think we win. Oh, not necessarily, because I have Tyranitar in the back, too. Oh, maybe I should have just gone for Dazzling Gleam. I don't know. But we flinched. No crit. He's going to fish his Rend into Torkoal. But if it's Scarf Dracovish... Oh, God, this is so intense. So I think a crit Dazzling would have just KO'd. I mean, that should be Scarf Fish, right? No. Oh, it's probably Bandit, if I had to guess? The problem is that if, like, Togekiss doesn't KO here... What if I follow Mead? No, he's faster with Espeon. I think my opponent wins this with Dracovish. If I actually switched out Torkoal, we also would have won this, I think. Oh, I should have considered that. Okay, Dazzling Gleam. I could also go for the flinch, but yeah, Dazzling Gleam and that's just Crunch. I don't. Espeon definitely doesn't have Protect here, I don't think. Maybe we could have gone for the Air Slash flinch. I mean, I don't think Dazzling crit even KOs here. So I think Dazzling doesn't KO. Oh, such good damage. Oh, crit would have KO'd, yeah. But I maybe should have Gleamed last turn. Oh, I feel like I kind of tossed this game. Well played by my opponent. I don't mind losing to that. I should have switched Torkoal out. I mean, if we also just, yeah. I definitely should have switched Torkoal out. No. If I switch Torkoal, I just lose Togekiss. What am I saying? So, I mean, we win off a crit there in the end against Dracovish. So, I mean, I'll take those odds. Yeah, if we switch into Tyranitar, we just sack the Togekiss. Never mind. That's definitely never the right play. We could have Dazzling Gleamed. Instead of going for the flinch onto Espeon, I think I could have just gone for it, hoped for a Dazzling Gleam crit. Because, yeah, as you saw, crit was going to KO the Dracovish also. So if I just go for the crit and I crit either Pokemon there, I think I just win. Instead, we didn't end up... Yeah, because if we crit the Espeon, that goes down. If we crit the Dracovish, that goes down. And if Dracovish goes down, it's... Espeon might have had Dazzling Gleam as its last one, though. But I think if I were to ever play this combination again, I would know exactly what to do, like, turn 1. Because if we just get the first turn right, I think we win this game. But that's kind of, like, the nature of that kind of team. But, I mean, that was super cool. I don't mind getting my butt kicked against that. First time seeing Gengar Espeon as a duo there. And... yeah, had we just Dynamaxed and Airstreamed into Gengar turn 1, we would have been fine. I also could have played better with the Yawns, I think. But, yeah, that was a super interesting matchup. And I think I know exactly what to do next time we go up against something like that. But, yeah, fun team to definitely go up against and lose. And I think, like, both games that we lost today were super winnable as well. So, good lessons to learn from it. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And I'm going to be starting my stream right now, pretty much. So, hope to see some of you there. Anyway, I'll see you soon. All right, peace.